Alrighty then.
Yeah, there you go! I said...
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
All right, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. We're one day away from the nation's 250th birthday. And for my international fans, that's the birthday of the United States. Welcome to Sketching the Privateer, the story of America's pirate Patriot, show where you get to see me work on the comic book every week. I hope you're having a good, most of us are having a 3-day weekend. Of course, rehab has no weekend, so I will be working tonight. So yeah, business as usual for me, but the lovely Foxy is at home on the couch. She is chilling like a villain. I did make her do a little work today. I didn't have 8 arms, so I needed her to hold a bag open while I was finishing up the yard today. So, but other than that, she is having a boring 4th of July weekend because, look, guys, she and I have been so busy. It's not even funny. People ask us what we're doing for 4th. We're like, nothing. Not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is, man. We've been doing way too much. We're ready to kick back and relax. So let's see who's in the chat today. Let's see. Well, of course, the hardest working mod in the business is here. And we love him to death. And you know who it is.
Womack. Why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
Yeah, he's here. The piece of shit, Vince Womack. Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. Thanks for putting all the links in there, man. I love it. I appreciate you. Yeah, actually, I really feel like Vince gives my channel legitimacy, you know, because I know he does this for quite a few channels. So thank you very much, Vince. Every week he shows up and does this for me. So thank you so much. Let's see who else is here today. Fieldy is here. He says, so basically from what I've seen on the news recently, this time Minions for the first time getting a low revenue. Yeah, their mistake released it when Toy Story 5 is out now. we'll see how it does. I don't think the Minions have ever done well as a property unto itself. Despicable Me, now that's another thing. Because you know Minions is a spinoff of Despicable Me, right? So, yeah. So, Jed is here? What? What are you doing here, bro?
I just what I want.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
You know what that tells you? He just woke up and
No.
he hasn't had coffee yet. That's what's
There
it is. All right. Vince says happy 4th of July. Yeah. And let's see. It's basically 11 hours left before the 4th of July from where your state is. Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. Connie Cleary is here. She says, hello, everyone. It's good to see you.
Hello,
Lord Doth is here. He says, spam. No, Vince doesn't spam. He sends out all the stuff. He promotes all of our stuff. He really helps us out.
He does. He really does.
Read by Nature is here. He says, hey, Joe and company. It's good to see you, man. So I think that's everybody that's in here.
I'm not.
Fieldy says, Jed, are you bored?
No. Like
if he actually got up a little earlier, he would probably do this every Friday. He likes comic books, so
and I'm trying to get the camera on because it's not working right now.
Oh, don't worry, man. You're fine. You're fine. Today, really, what I'm going to do, since we're on the nation's birthday, I'm going to clue you guys into the origins of the privateer.
That's awesome.
I've put together a couple of videos to show you the stuff that inspired me to write this story, the timeline of when I wrote the story and everything. Yeah. So, yeah, man. So what we're going to do to start with today, and I've got the Highlanders music, but I'm not going to play it since I have a guest on. So what I'm going to do, though, is I am going to promote it like I always do. You guys check out my brother's music, Sharking for Pearls. Apocalypto is out wherever you get your music, and he's got seven albums out there, guys. So go check him out.
He's got really good music out there.
Yeah, he does a great job with his stuff. He actually has, I think on Apocalypto, he did the guitar and the bass, and he's planning on getting a drum set. He wants to do everything on these tracks. Right now, what he's using is GarageBand, which is he's got an Apple computer. Okay. And if you know, Apple's music program is called GarageBand, where you can make your own music. So that's what he's using. But all the guitar work you hear in it, that's all him. So go check it out. Support it, please. And thank you. He would appreciate it greatly. Trust me. Let's see. Okay. So the Privateer has been in the works for a long time, boys and girls. And the initial inspiration was a show that, and now that you're here, I'm going to have to set this up on a Google tab so we're not reverberating off of each other. I wasn't planning on doing this, but that's okay. Yeah,
I've been telling him for like the last 2 months that I'm like, bro, I'm going to get over there. I'm going to get over there. I'm going to get over there.
It's okay, though. It's okay. But yeah, it's no problem. That just means we have to bullshit in between me setting it up. Okay. The initial, now this is one of the first inspirations. Everybody gets inspired by different things. Okay. Yeah. My favorite Disney property back when it was the Imagination Factory, back when it was something that was great. I mean, we grew up with some great stuff from Disney.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah,
Herbie the Love Bug, all the friggin' Medfield movies with Kurt Russell in them. I mean, the Escape to Witch Mountain. I mean, they had such great live action and animated stuff. I mean, we were treated very nicely in the 70s,
and especially in the
60s.
90s, in the 70s, 80s, 90s. We were spoiled by Disney.
Yeah, so. This is before the evil empire took over. But anyway, my favorite Disney property of all time is a television show called The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. I'll just show you the opening of the show, and if I have to, I'll cut it out later. It's fine if they hit me for it, whatever. But check this out. This is the opening theme to The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. It was a mini series that they did on The Wonderful World of Color. If you're that old and remember Disney on Sunday nights, that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Before it was even called Wonderful World of Disney.
Yeah, before it was
Wonderful
called
World of Color.
World of Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here you go. Check it out. Yeah, poor man Zorro. The British
Basically what
version
it
of
was,
Zorro,
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
That's a good comparison because you know, much like everything that I dig, what I did was and Walt, when this first came on, if you watch this thing, it's introduced by Walt Disney, like a lot of the stuff back then.
Yeah, it is.
And he tells you the background of it. The guy was a real person. The name of the show is Dr. Sin, alias the Scarecrow. Okay.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people, you know, I love the history of the American Revolution. And what a lot of people didn't know, we weren't the only one being taxed to death. George was taxing his own people to death. What he was doing, he was building his coffers because he knew he was about to go to war with France. So, you know, he was taxing his own people that badly too.
Yeah.
So there was this pirate that had a long career. He was in his 40s and he wanted to retire. And what he did was he went to the south eastern shores of the British Isle, and it's called Romney Marsh, this particular place where he settled down. And he did it under the guise of being a priest, you know, a parson. Okay. Yeah. And he became their preacher, and, you know, taking confessions and consulting people and stuff, he found out that almost all of his community had a hand in running rum trying to pay their taxes. And he said, oh shit, these people are going to get caught. They don't know what they're doing. And so he donned a mask. He may be the world's first superhero, really. You know what I mean? In real life. He donned the mask of the Scarecrow, became their leader, and taught them how to evade the British, how to, you know, set up signal systems to where they could, you know, avoid being caught and all that stuff. Yeah, exactly. And
it's like, hey, you go,
yeah, this is how you do it. This is how we do it.
You like stuff like that.
Anyway, that's what he did. And yeah, Robin Hood. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's another one that
Vincent is yeah.
Yep.
Philly, you see what
Batman. Come on.
I am Batman.
Right. But it's a great show. If you've never seen it, you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. They've got all the episodes on YouTube. I've got a Rhonda found me a copy of it on eBay. The last time Disney sold it was when they did their Treasure series, and I think that was, I want to say it was around the turn of the century they did it.
Yeah,
when they did those limited releases.
Yeah.
It's hard to get your hands on. I was going to
say it was like it like 2000. I remember 2000.
Yeah. But anyway, I always loved that story. I really did. Now, come around to I'm not sure. It's around 2004 or so when this episode of The West Wing came on. But I got to tell you, I loved The West Wing, even though it was about a liberal White House. It really showed you the inner workings of government and how these guys do things in our government. You know, they did a lot of research on it and stuff, and Aaron Sorkin did a great job of playing, you know, creating characters in that White House and everything. And this particular show was titled Privateers. Okay. And it's got one of the funniest moments ever on The West Wing, where they have to do something with this British person, but forget about that. This is what intrigued me right here. The president's wife, Stockard Channing, she was being honored by the Daughters of the American Revolution. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Let's go ahead and show you the clip that we have here of it. Let me put that on full screen think I had it on full screen, didn't I?
And Philly said no more
Oh,
Robin Hood.
no, I don't have it shared yet. That's on
You
the
don't
other.
have it shared
That's yeah.
Philly said no more Robin Hood. We need a Robin standalone DC movie.
Right.
Mhm.
I hear you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Vincent right there, not to be confused with Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Right.
Yeah,
No, nothing like
yeah,
that.
nothing
No,
like
this is something else. This
Yeah.
is something else completely. But let me go ahead and share this properly. It's a, if I don't do it on a Google tab, Jed will sound like twice the Jed and twice as loud. And it will not sound good. Okay, here we go. This is the scene that explains things on that episode of The West Wing. Here you go.
Amy, we have a problem for your office.
No, you can't, because it's my first day and already Mrs. Bartlett has me overthrowing the government.
The legitimacy of her membership in the D.A.R. is being questioned because the qualifying relative was a pirate.
A pirate.
A pirate, a pirate. Oh, yes, a pirate he.
A privateer, actually.
Isn't that just a hired pirate?
Yeah. Anyway, Helena Hodworth Hooter Tutor of Braintree wants to organize a boycott of the reception, and, well, there it is. Yes, Mrs. Bartlett descends from quite the murderous band of ruffians, and her membership in the D.A.R. is suspect on those grounds, or so believes the Boston Globe.
The picture frames fell.
Yeah, they did, Willie.
Anyway, there's a lot of funny shit that happens with that. But they said hired pirates, the privateers. I was like, what? What is this all about? So, like I said, when I like something, I research it, And it turns out during the American Revolution, what they did was we didn't have a navy because we were British colonies, right? So the British Navy was our navy. We didn't have a navy, right? So to fight these guys on the seas, the colonies issued what they call letters of marque. And what these letters did was it gave these pirates, merchant marines, and privateers license to go fight these guys on the open sea. Now, what they had to do was they could keep anything they wanted. But if there was gunpowder, medical supplies, munitions, anything that would help the war effort, they had to bring it back to the colonies, right? But they could keep anything else. And a lot of these guys were like, what? Are you kidding me? You're going to let us, free reign to fight these guys, because they've been fucking with them for years. And like, okay. Some of these guys went all the way to the shores of Great Britain to fight these dudes. They went off.
Yeah, they did.
They had a ball.
Yeah.
And if you do the research and check it out, they gave a lot to the war effort, man. Big time. Big time. So I got to thinking, wouldn't this make a great fucking story having a guy that was a privateer during the American Revolution? And I came up with this treatment of the story of the privateer. Now, treatment, if you don't know what that is, it's not a script, but it's like a synopsis for a script you're going to write for a movie is what it is.
Yeah, it's a huge start.
Okay.
It's basically the ground play because I've done some treatments for people that wanted over years.
It's a few paragraphs. It's a couple pages,
It's a treatment. It's to get you started.
Right. It's a
cornerstone of how the story
to gauge interest in a project, right?
Yeah.
So I went ahead and wrote this treatment, and you guys can go read it. I'm not going to read it again. I've read it a couple of times on the show. Okay.
Yeah,
read it a couple of times. But you can go see it on my Subscribe Star page anytime you want to. Okay. And lay down $1 thin and you can read it for yourself. Okay. Anyway, along comes 2011. I didn't do anything with it. Right. 2011 comes around and DC Universe Online comes out. And I didn't buy it when it first came out. It came out shortly after the beginning of 2011. And my birthday comes around in 2011, and I'm sitting here with $150 in my pocket because my daughter had given me $150 for my birthday, which is coming up here, and it's 3 weeks from Saturday. Okay,
yeah.
I was born exactly 3 weeks after the 4th of July, on the 25th. Anyway, she said, "Dad, I know how you are. You can't use this for lunch and gasoline for your car and all that shit. You got to go buy something for yourself with it." I said, oh, okay. All right. Whatever. Yes, 2011. That's how
Yeah,
long
yeah,
DC Universe has been around. Yeah.
I didn't even get it back then at that.
Yeah.
I got it like maybe 6 months after, too. So
150 bucks at the time. No, it was only.
no,
I think it was 50 bucks, and
if
you
it,
had to buy a disc to play it when it first came
I
out.
still
I
have
still
the
have mine. Yeah.
I still have the box and stuff, and I still have the SOTOR the box too.
There it is.
Yeah,
Yep. DC Universe Online. You're the next legend, right?
yeah.
That was the whole mantra.
It's in the closet or something.
The next legend is you, right?
Mhm.
And if you don't, I mean, you guys have seen me play this plenty. Yeah, what a blessing. You're right about that, Fieldy. Anyway, I saw it on the shelf and it was still full price. And this is August, and usually games have lost their value by then. They'll cut them down in price. No, this was still full price. And I was like, man, let me go ahead and check this out because I'd never played one of these MMOs before. As a matter of fact, the first time I was exposed to them, I had heard of World of Warcraft, but I'd never seen it played before, right? And a buddy of mine that lived in, not Orlando, Melbourne, which is an hour south of Orlando in Florida. Okay. Kind of similar story to me and Foxy. My buddy Gary Bodine and his wife Dana had met up several years after graduating high school, and Bodine was in my class, Dana was in Rhonda's class, and they were married for a few years, and we wanted to go to see the Miami Dolphins play in Miami. It was around, I want to say 04 or so. And we decided, hey, we'll go. I called Gary. I said, hey, man, you want to put us up for a week? We'll come see you and we'll go to Orlando, and head down, because they were perfectly positioned. Melbourne is an hour south of Orlando and it's 3 hours north of Miami. So we went there and spent a week with them. And these guys at night, after we ate, what they did was they had 2 computers in their room that went out to the back deck where their pool was, right? And they weren't even facing each other. One was against one wall, and you walked through the door and you saw Dana, the side of Dana at a computer, and then you had Gary up against this wall to the left playing on a computer, and they were playing World of Warcraft. And I was blown away. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. Wow. This is nuts. They're playing on a computer all night long, and it was the first time I'd ever seen it. And I ragged him about it. I really did. I messed with him about it. And sure enough, DC Universe Online comes out, and it's the same kind of game, only it's superheroes. It's what they call an MMO, a massive multiplayer online game, right? And I had never been exposed to one of these things. And sure enough, dude, I got hooked. I paid for a membership for the first 5 years. I bought it.
I did too.
Yeah. I was in hook, line, and sinker. And I decided what I was going to do was I said, you know what? My character is going to be the privateer, the guy I've been writing a story about. I'm going to make him a superhero, and we're going to bring him to the future, right? Still going to be the same origin story of how he becomes a pirate and all that good stuff. But we're going to bring him to the future. And I made him, he had I think Batman was his mentor. He was a tech guy and everything, and had a ball. And what we did was the first, I want to say it was the first 5 years I was in mythology. We had a website, and we wrote our own origin stories, and I just took the treatment I had and I added how he got to the future, right, to it. Of course, I made it a DC version where Lex Luthor was involved, okay? And I've changed that since. I've had to change that since because, it's an independent comic now. I can't have the DC
you can't have any
right?
of that.
So you're a loyal fan. Yeah, big time, man. big time.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I was kind of upset when it went free to play because we paid for that for years.
oh well, I wasn't worried about it.
I know.
They
I
had to
was
do something because if you remember, it was
it was
slowing
going it was
down.
going
It was
downhill.
going down,
I remember this.
and
And there was even talks they were thinking about closing it down.
yeah, no,
And
and
so they went free to play, and then there was another sudden spark of interest, and then at that time,
mhm,
SOTOR went free to play too. At the same time,
really,
they did,
yeah,
yeah.
well,
So
that's
they
cool.
both. That's the reason why. And then Star Trek Online, you had to pay for it a little bit, and all three of them went free to play, and they're still going to this day.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. DC's doing just fine,
yeah,
and
DC's doing fine.
I get into it every once in a while, like the stuff for the Supergirl
Yeah.
stuff. I've been all in getting all that stuff. I just got done with the second marquee event and got my Supergirl symbol, and I got Supergirl on my base now. I can talk to her and stuff. I got all that cool shit. But anyway, and real quick before we get off of it, I will never forget the day we went free to play. Go back in my playlist of sketching the privateer to the show. We did one show where we had a mythology reunion. It's in the first year of the show when Jimmy Bailey was my co-host, okay, who was in mythology with me. He's a big fan of the privateer. Everything I do, I send to him right away whenever I do it. Anyway, the day it went free to play, if you remember back then, you could create a character in either the PvE, player versus environment phase, or you could
Mhm.
create it in the PvP phase,
Mhm.
right? The player
Yeah.
versus player phase. Now, you had to be stout of heart and good at the game to hang out in the player versus player.
Yes, you
uh,
would get murked
phase.
immediately.
We used to sit there and we'd attack fucking nightclubs all the time as
Yeah.
a group of heroes, and you had bad guys that would attack police stations. It was awesome, man. It was a lot of fun. That shit all ended when they merged the servers with the fucking computer people.
Yeah, and
because
I'm like, they
Yeah,
got rid
they
of the
never
night.
fixed PvP
And I
after
was
that.
like, it kind of broke it a little bit, but
A
then they
little
later
bit?
on.
A
Yeah,
little
well,
bit.
I
Those
know.
of us with a console cannot compete with computer players because they can set
Yeah.
up macros and fuck us
Yeah.
up. I mean, it's just bad, and it broke it, and it's never been a thing.
Vince,
What'd he say?
Vince.
Hang on, let me get through here. Modern games will likely be dominated more by titles where one company is tied to another, like Lego Batman or Lego Marvel, which have strong potential. Dude, they're going to keep making games. Don't
Yeah,
you
they
worry.
are. They're not.
Just may not have physical copies. Just don't ask Joe why the paint on Supergirl's skirt has been rubbed off. All right, leave it alone. Leave it alone, sir. Anyway, never forget that day. We talked about it on that reunion show. You guys go look back in the playlist and look at the mythology reunion show. We had a bunch of guys that used to run with us back then on there. And we'll never forget that day because we went to the PvP phase and we knew where one of the low level, like when you're going from level 5 to level 6 levels was in Gotham. It was at Big Belly Burger. It was Big Belly Burger in Gotham. We put two guys, we put a raid group together and we put two guys on every intersection around Big Belly Burger. And we knew they had to go there for that part of it. And every time these guys would show up, we just nuked them right away. And they're sitting there in the chat going, leave us alone. We got missions to do. We're like, fuck you, villains. Go over to PvE phase and do it. You dunces. We had a
Dude,
ball,
there were
man.
so
It was
many
fun.
people that got mad that day when all that stuff, and
Yep.
there, like, a lot of people got muted because they were saying some things they weren't supposed
Right.
to say.
Yeah.
Because I
But it
knew
was
one
a
of
lot of fun, man. I'll never forget that.
I
day.
knew
It was
one
great.
of the admins over there at that point because it was a friend of mine for a while, and he was telling me, bro, dude, today is just wild.
Yeah, it was rough.
Like,
For those
hey,
lobies
Apple.
starting off and free to play, yeah, we
Yeah,
have
it
ball
was
with them.
wild.
Yeah, if they fucked up and made their character in PvP phase, we let them know it. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
you need to get your ass over to PvE. There's big boys over here.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, Golden Apple, good to see you.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hope everything's going good with the video game, my friend. But anyway, the league we were in, mythology. we had this thing we did. First, we put up a thread. Hey, write an origin story for your character. So I took mine and I just used my treatment, and then I put the part where he got here to the future. And then we decided to start an open role play story where everybody could write in it. The only rules, and it was pinned at the top of it. The only rules were you can't kill off somebody else's character without telling them, right? You have to talk to them first and see if it's okay with them, right? And you couldn't change the story that had already been written, right? So you had to, you're building lore here, right? You know what I mean? And you had to keep going with it. And we wrote 2 of the coolest fucking stories, man. I'm talking like Infinity War and Endgame quality stories, dude. I mean, they were fucking fantastic. 2 of them. We were working on the 3rd one I don't even remember what happened, but we ended up splitting up. No league in that thing lasts forever unless it's
you would last just for a little bit and break up, and then they would shatter and splinter into another league, and then it would just nobody was like
And Mythology's still around. I think it's called Mythology Reborn, I think is the name of it right now. And so, but anyway, dude wrote some great stories. And I'm gonna be, because a lot of the stuff I wrote about the privateer, I kept it with just me and my alts in some parts of it. You know what I mean? And some of those stories I'm going to tell in the book as I go along. But man, what I really, and I've talked to everybody involved, if the comic book takes off, guys, I'm going to end up taking those stories and making like a Justice League type comic book called Mythology with all of these guys in it. You're going to meet guys like the Zombie Lord Saxon. He was our leader. He was the fucking league leader. Dude was 20. When I first met him, he was 22 years old, and he had been playing City of Heroes for fucking a long time.
That was a fun game.
Yeah.
That was
what I understand, it's still out there. You can still play it. But
hey, Morpheus. Hey, brother.
He's the one that taught me about MMOs. He's the one that taught me how to play them. You know what I mean? Morpheus, good afternoon. Good to see you. It's good to see you. I'm sorry I'm not working on the comic book today. It's 4th of July weekend, so I've just figured I'd give you guys a little bit of the lore of how I came up with this guy and where we're going in the future and stuff like that. But anyway, Pride and Prejudice zombie version. Hey, I want to watch that one of these days. I forget. Yeah, I hear you, man.
I did say we wanted to watch that one time.
Yeah, one of these days I gotta watch it and see if it's any good. But anyway, so that's what inspired me to start working on the comic book. I wrote the plots for the first 3 issues, and what I'm gonna do, guys, once I get rolling with this thing and can actually get time to work on these things, what I want to do is I want to release 3 books a year, and then in the final quarter release that as a compiled 60-page, because I want you guys to experience these books the way Jed and I experienced comic books as a kid.
Oh, dude,
right, the 20-page rag with the cliffhanger ending. When you read these graphic novels, they're great. Don't get me wrong, they're fantastic. I love them. They're really good. But what you're missing is the cliffhanger ending. Every time I would read Spider-Man, he's falling from an airplane and he's run out of web. What the fuck's going to happen to him?
I want to point out when Clark finally said to Lois, "Hey, Lois, I got to tell you, son, on the final page, you see Lois's face and you see the S like in the thing. And that was the cliffhanger. And we had to wait for a whole nother week for Clark and Lois to tell, oh my God, they're actually doing this for once.
Yeah.
And they stuck with it too.
Yeah.
And that was in the 90s, the era that I keep telling that I loved the 90s Superman. Yeah.
And it sounds like I'd enjoy those books a lot better.
Dude, the 90s Superman was so awesome.
The 70s ones, I'm sure people enjoy them, but
Yeah.
They got kind of silly sometimes.
And everybody goes, no, Jed keeps talking about 90s Superman because that was when there was like all this really cool stuff there. So,
yep. Well, here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
I want people to experience it the way I did. I want people to have that cliffhanger ending, you know, what's going to happen in the next issue, that kind of thing. So that's why I'm doing them 20-page rags, which is way we used to read them. I call them rags, but they're great books, man.
Yeah,
really
we used to do that.
Well,
Nicolas Cage
Superman is underrated. 2006 Superman. I don't know.
Are we talking about the movie or the comic?
I think he's talking about the comic books.
Yeah,
I don't really know. Don't really know because I'm not. I mean, you know, I'm not a DC guy.
I know. I'm. Here's the funny thing. I'm both DC and Marvel. There's rarely there's a lot of people that are like but I'm both, and that was the weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, 90s like Adventures of Superman and Lois.
Yeah,
like with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher. That's my favorite.
That's your jam.
That's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite.
The jam. Show. Yeah, he loves it.
I love Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher.
Did you watch Friday Night Tights when they had him on a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, and then I'm like, and
he was only on for like the first hour and a half, I think.
I literally, I was like, I was like, hey guys, I went to a few of them. I'm like, can you hook me up, please? I really want. That's like, yeah.
But that was the catalyst. Really, I mean, I had been toying around with the story of this guy, but I didn't put the colonial, stars on his back and give him the split cape and make him look like a Revolutionary War soldier until I started playing DC Universe Online.
Yeah.
That's when I said, you know what? I'm going to make this guy a superhero and I'm going to do comic books of him and it's going to be fun. You know what I mean? So, and he's really, but that's I thought I'd give you guys a little background story on what drove me this far into it. You know what I mean? And it's heavily influenced by the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. Check that out if you've never seen it. It's a fantastic story. And like I said, Patrick McGowan, he was a great actor back then.
Dude, and one of my favorite things.
Well, look, even in modern times, when he was an old man in Braveheart, he's the evil Longshanks in that movie. He's the king, and he's a total bastard in it. He's fantastic in the role. But that was the initial thing, was the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. That's what made me go, you know what? I could do some cool shit if I did something like that. And by the way, tomorrow, the Privateer will be 276 years old. He was born in 1750. So there you go. He was born, he was 26 when they signed the Declaration of Independence. So there you go. Let's see. In 2025, Marvel Comics released Premier Collection, a similar line, digest size 9-inch by 6-inch release featuring Marvel's most celebrated and prestigious storylines. Yeah, there's a lot of omnibuses out there. There's a lot of good ones too. Gary has mentioned liking McGowan's Scarecrow. Yeah,
me and him actually. I think there was an episode of The Archivist where we talked about it a long time ago. So we talked about a lot of stuff over there.
Vince says, yeah, he lived long enough to see himself become the villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Basically.
They've been giving me shit the last few weeks because I've been doing the pages, the page that, no pages, it's 2 pages that introduce communist reign. And they've been calling me Commie Joe and all kinds of shit, because I've got
okay, I'm going to say this. Just because I haven't been on the show doesn't mean I haven't been watching it.
Right. Right? I know. I'm just telling you. They've been giving me a bunch of shit.
I don't say anything. I'm like, J-Note, like, Culture and J-Note, like, yeah, Jed's there.
Real Wade Nation Gaming Clip says, Joe, don't forget my show tomorrow night. I won't forget your show.
I will be busy tomorrow night.
I might be doing something, but I won't forget your show.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, we won't forget your show, but I'm going to be busy tomorrow night.
But that's it for my little story. And I do want to play something for you guys before we get out of here, though. This is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And once again, I'm going to play it. And if they want to hit me for it, fine. You know,
And then
I'll just cut it out. But you can always watch it on Rumble.
YouTube.
The other places. Yeah, this is totally radically awesome right here. And I think it has subtitles too. I'm not sure this version of it, but this is from Sons of Liberty. If you've never seen that show, it is, in my opinion, the best Revolutionary War miniseries ever made. It's from the History Channel. I can't remember what year. I own it on every once in a while. When, you know how I always play the Patriot in the background on Privateer show. Sometimes I put on an episode of Sons of Liberty, and it tells the story of Samuel Adams, a guy whose name is not on the document, the Declaration of Independence. His name is not on there, but it would never have happened without it.
Yup, you would
He's
not.
He's the guy that started the underground market in Boston to fuck the British over. And really, basically, if you guys haven't really looked into the Revolution, it started in Boston, Massachusetts. There's a reason why they call themselves the New England Patriots. Okay, and it's a Boston team, but they actually represent everything north of Boston. Okay, and that's why they call themselves that, because commies can't be all bad, especially when they're watching Korn in their office. Yeah. We did a good job on that. By the way, I finished that page. I'll show you guys. I'll show it to you guys next week. I just don't want to fire up the pad today.
He's like, nah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
I figured I'd do something a little different today. But this right here is the end of the show. And if it was a big cliffhanger ending, I wouldn't show you guys this, but this is really cool. It never happened, but it's a great thing to me. I think it's awesome. If this really did happen, I would love it. Before we get out of here, I got to show you the reading of the Declaration of Independence by George Washington right before he goes to battle. This is damn awesome. Check it out. And it also has the guys that signed the document. It is a great show, and I highly recommend it. If you are looking for something to watch on the 4th of July, go check out the Sons of Liberty, the History Channel miniseries. You may have recognized the guy that plays Sam Adams, by the way. It's the guy from the Punisher television show on Netflix. The dude that got his face all scarred up in the first season, his buddy from the war, that's him. Yeah. It's Jigsaw is the character's name, I think, if I remember correctly. That's the actor that plays Jigsaw. You've seen him recently in those. He's another one of the British invasion. He's another British actor. He does some cell phone commercial now, but yeah, he's great. Yeah, exactly, Vince. He was Jigsaw, no doubt. Yep. All right, boys and girls, that's going to do it for this week. I want to thank you guys for being here. Jed, do you want to push anything?
Oh, yes, I do. Because I will be on Pop Culture with not my channel, but do you have it up, Joe? Can you pull up Gary Nim's page?
Oh, I can, but are you talking about tonight?
Oh, tomorrow. On
tomorrow.
Saturday.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Hang on.
I will be over there with them, kicking with them on Saturday, and you'll see what the movie's gonna be, and then it'll make sense. It'll make sense. It's gonna make sense, doesn't it, Joe?
Doing this shit on Saturday.
Yeah. When you guys see what the movie is, it'll make sense why I'm going to be over there.
It is my fucking favorite Superman movie.
Yeah, my favorite Superman movie.
2. And I will be talking about the Donner Cut too, right?
Yeah, and I will be over there. So yeah, dude, it's gonna be fun. And
are you gonna be on tonight with John and them?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah, I probably.
But tomorrow at 3:00. in the afternoon. They're going to be talking Superman.
Yeah,
2,
and
because it is Terrence Stamp week. They're
Yeah.
doing a tribute to Terrence Stamp. He passed away, I think, a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
I
he
remember
did.
we talked about it on might have been last year.
Yeah.
It might have been last year. But
So,
anyway,
I will be
Terrence-
over there tomorrow. So
That's right. Where is it? Kneel before Zod. That's right. Yes. Yes.
So
Fieldy says, come on. Nah, man, it is a 3-day weekend, and I'm gonna hang out with Foxy a little bit before I go to work, man. So, don't worry, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program next week. It's a holiday weekend. Take it easy on me. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. And
But he's gonna be over there, and he's got his own channel he wants you to check out for sure. Let me go ahead and get
Jed
that up here.
Revenwolf.
Pop Culture Mind.
I'm in no
and then you want Jed Revenwolf up here?
Jed Revenwolf.
Okay. There we go.
That's the one I'm working on right now behind the scenes. So
yep, there he goes. Definitely want to subscribe to that one and on YouTube and on Rumble as
please.
well. So because he
because
does a lot of stuff on Rumble because he gets to actually be Jed.
Yeah, I have to censor myself a lot on here. So.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. Oh, DemonHorde showed up. He said, of course, Jed will be there. It is about Scoutmaster Kevin.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see. Fieldy says, happy Independence Day to my friends in the United States tonight. I hope we will continue to see this nation exist for another 250 years.
Amen.
I hope so too, man. I really do. I really do. But anyway, thanks for being here, Jed. I appreciate you being here as always. Let me let you guys know what's going on with the channel. First of all, don't forget, go over to JoesAtmosfere.com. If you want to get a commission done, go to Subscribestar and check out Joe's Atmosphere there. If you want to check out everything I'm doing with the comic book, both art and the writing. And also, if you want to see the 0 issue of the Privateer for $1 to get a little teaser of what's going on with it. Of course, you guys watching this show, spread the word about it because you guys have seen everything that's in that book.
Yeah.
But it's on Amazon Kindle. These are all ways to check, to support the channel. It's on, let's see. Oh, there's DemonHorde. What's going on, man? You coming in right when I'm wrapping the show up. What's up?
Yeah, better late than never.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Hey, bro.
How are you doing on DC Universe? Did that help out our little session the other night?
It did. It did. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Just remember, keep collecting that DPS stuff, but always remember, if the stuff is your drops, if they're not an improvement on DPS, grab the tank gear that they offer. That way you can build a set of tank gear. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, I got you.
Anyway, it's good to see you. What are you doing for the 4th, man? Are you working or what?
Oh no, I don't go back to work until Thursday. I'm good.
Very good, man. Very good.
I may talk to you about something later on today, Demon. So.
Oh sweet Lord, do I need a restraining order?
Just make sure you have a night for you, maybe.
That's you sound
tomorrow night or whatever.
That sounded too creepy, man.
Yeah.
Get some bass in that voice or something, Jed. Come on, man.
Make sure they're.
No.
Yeah, if you randomly see me and him on a stream,
okay. Well, listen. Let me let you guys know what's going on with the channel before we get out of here. Of course, Sketching the Privateer comes your way every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time, so definitely come by for that. Also, tonight we want you over at Pop Culture Minefield channel to check out Gaming Night with John as Martin, Knock, and John continue their assault on Baldur's Gate 3. Definitely want to check that out.
Last week was a shit show. It literally was.
I'm sure it was.
Fire.
You know what really dictates that? The amount of Corona that flows.
Oh, dude! By the time we started the show, he was already a case in. A case in.
Hey, man, he's got a new job. He's feeling good about it.
And like 5 to 10 minutes later on, somebody just threw this huge fire thing that blew up the whole place and exploded fire, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, you should hear it.
No, Vince, he sounds like he's trying to do that to me. That's just scary.
Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time, it'll be time for the brothers to hack the Matrix.
I'm gonna go pass out again by the time.
Putting together a good show for you about the clown show that is 2026 through today's headlines. The brothers hack the Matrix every Sunday at 6. And then Military Monday comes your way. On Monday morning, we'll be talking about a military movie. Martin, Anima, Gary, and myself. 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield. Then Tuesday night, it is time for some Stellar Blade on Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. So don't forget about that. We'll be playing the second part of my playthrough on Stellar Blade this Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. Jed usually shows up for that one.
Yeah.
DemonHorde was on there. But look, guys, we ain't staying up as late as we did last time.
Yeah,
like shit.
Dude, I was like, I need to go.
I was sitting there sipping Jack Daniels the whole time. And I was like,
I was like, I need to go.
Me and DemonHorde were the last two standing. And
it got fun towards the end, just saying.
Yeah, it was crazy. But you know, I can maintain my high. I didn't fuck up anything. But we had a great time though. We were talking about books and all kinds of shit. It was great. Anyway, that's Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Central Time. It'll be Stellar Blade on Pop Joe Gamer After Dark. And then, of course, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time, back over to Pop Culture Minefield's channel for Wednesday afternoon matinee. And we're going to be talking another, I think it's Harrison Ford week. On Military Monday, we're going to talk about Hanover Street. And then I'm not sure what the Wednesday one is, but it's a Harrison Ford movie. And we'll be talking about it at 3 p.m. Central Time over on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. And then, of course, we have State of the Atmosphere at 5:30. Everything pop culture, my favorite show we do every week, where we talk about all the, you know, movies, TV shows, games, all that good stuff. And we check in on America's Girlfriend, Sydney Sweeney, every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on State of the Atmosphere. And also don't forget, we want you to hit that notification button so you guys can tune in and check out Living Room Late Night whenever I fire up the PS5 in my living room and just do a gaming chill stream.
When you hear Joe fart in the couch when he's playing games. You know, so
that's it, man. That's it. Okay, let's check in with the chat before we get out of here and see what's going on. Let's see. Yeah, look, man. Vince says, cheerio, guys and gals. See you next time. Stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a great weekend. Fieldy, dude, I don't know what's going on with Sodom and Gomorrah, but those guys, it's a section we have on the Brothers Hack the Matrix. It's called Sodom and Gomorrah Now, right? All the just fucked up stories about people doing evil shit, you know? And these guys are, we're doing different sections and they keep saying Sodom and Gomorrah Now, you know, like that. I'm like, damn.
Well, that would be California, New York. So,
right.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of dusty to me.
Vincent says, happy 250th birthday. Thank you, Vince. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Yep. Little baby country.
Wait, Vincent, are you in the UK?
We're still
around. I forgot. Where is Vincent at?
Vince does not tell where he's at.
Okay. He said, didn't he say like 2,000 years or some shit?
I don't know.
2,000
Let's talk about China.
All right, let's see what else is. Let's see. Anything else? Okay. China is 5,000 years civilization. Okay, cool. Indonesia is like 1,500 to 2,500. Okay, cool.
But isn't it funny that the baby country is the one that rules?
That's right. Couch with a Corona beer from living room. All right, boys and girls, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.